Trump tariffs, Pahalgam attack to IsraelIran, Gaza Russia-Ukraine BRICS summits. Key takeaways. BRICS summit. The 17th annual BRICS summit, the gathering of emerging economies, concluded in Brazil amid tension on U.S. President Donald Trump's remarks on tariffs. Trump threatened new tariffs on countries aligning with BRICS policies, an act that Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva labeled reckless and an infringement on sovereignty. The annual summit brought together founding members Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, along with newer members including Indonesia, Ethiopia, and Iran. While Indian PM Narendra Modi attended the event, China's Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin remained absent. A look at the key takeaways from the 17th annual BRICS summit. Israel strikes on Iran. Member states described the recent Israeli and American attacks on Iran as a violation of international law, expressing grave concern about the deteriorating security situation in the Middle East. The conflict began on June 13 when Israel launched airstrikes on Iranian military, nuclear and civilian sites, which was followed by Iran's retaliation. Trump brokered a ceasefire on June 24. Gaza war and Palestinian statehood. Amid Israel's 21-month-long war on Gaza, BRICS denounced the use of starvation as a weapon of war and rejected the politicization or militarization of humanitarian aid. The bloc threw its support behind UNRWA, the UN aid agency for Palestinian refugees, which has been banned by Israel. BRICS also reaffirmed its position, one that is widely held globally, that Gaza and the occupied West Bank are both integral parts of a future Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital. Unilateral sanctions. The BRICS declaration strongly condemned the imposition of unilateral coercive measures, such as economic sanctions, arguing that they violate international law and harm human rights. BRICS members Iran and Russia have been targets of long-standing U.S. sanctions. Trump tariffs. A threat with the global economy in turmoil over Trump's trade policies, BRICS voiced concern over his tariffs regime. Trump has set Wednesday as a deadline to finalize new trade agreements, after which countries failing to strike deals with Washington will face increased tariffs. Swipe left for next video. Pahalgam attack condemned 2 months after the Pahalgam attack in Kashmir, in which gunmen killed 26 civilians, BRICS condemned the incident in the strongest terms. But the statement did not mention Pakistan, which New Delhi has accused of supporting the attackers in April. The two countries fought a 4-day war in May. The BRICS statement urged zero tolerance for terrorism and rejected any double standards in counter-terrorism efforts. Ukraine war. The statement made no direct mention of Russia's war in Ukraine except to call for a sustainable peace settlement. However, it condemned Ukrainian strikes on Russian infrastructure in May and June, citing civilian casualties and expressing its strongest opposition to such actions. Latest blogs.